Hello, and welcome to the Fighting Falcon Show. We are finally in the month of November. October went by fast, huh?
You're right. The months are going by fast. By the time you know it, the seniors will be graduating.
I know, so far the year has been amazing. Let's just hope that women don't do the no-shave November thing. You nasty. Anyways, speaking about amazing,
Breaking news.
did you know that the rate per mile driven for 16 to 19-year-olds is nearly 3 times the rate for drivers ages 20 and over? The motor vehicle death rate for male drivers and passengers ages 16 to 19 was almost 2 times that for women drivers. 49% of teen deaths from motor vehicle crashes occurred between 3 p.m. and midnight, and 53% occurred on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. These facts are proven methods for helping teens become safe drivers. So for those of you who drive, please do not speed and be careful.
I didn't know that. Well, recently, some of our seniors and juniors attended Kairos. We have Allison here telling us what she can about the Kairos experience. Allison?
Thanks, ELADS. During the last week of October, more than 50 students and teachers had the pleasure of attending the distinguished retreat known as Kairos. Kairos is most notably known for its secrecy, but not everything at Kairos is a mystery. Here with me today is Nick Jara, one of the juniors who was invited to attend Kairos this October. So Nick, how would you sum up Kairos?
Most people think of it as a religious retreat, and while it still is, I would say that it's more of a bonding for more seniors as well as the juniors, because even though most juniors don't get to go, like myself, I was chosen with a group of other juniors, so I would say that it's more of a bonding experience for the entire class.
So do you feel a stronger connection to God now?
I do. Because of Kairos, we did a bunch of activities that usually mass is kind of boring sometimes, but through Kairos I feel like I gained a closer relationship with God.
Right, so you said you gained a closer relationship, but what about those around you, your fellow classmates?
Definitely. I didn't really know, I knew most of the seniors, but some of them, the others that weren't in my classes or some that I just haven't seen in a while, as well as the juniors that went with me, through our activities, through just getting closer, with our groups and things like that, we formed a really close-knit family.
So since you were a junior this time and you got to go, you'll get to be a leader next year.
Yes.
So are you excited about that?
I'm really excited. Me and my group of friends, we really wanted to go again, and I know we already went this time, but next year we're looking forward to it.
All right, so without spoiling anything, got any tips for our future Kairos goers?
Pace yourself on the food. You'll get a lot of it.
All right, thanks so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Allison. I heard it's fun, but they don't want to tell us anything about it, so I guess we'll just have to experience it for ourselves.
We have a play coming up called The Nutcracker. Practices are Mondays through Thursdays, 6:30 to 9. Mondays and Thursdays portion will be the play portion, and Wednesdays and Thursdays will be the dance portion. For more info, visit Ms. Lopez in her room E21.
Some teachers here at Aquinas are known for their specific sayings. We have Kayla here telling us about them. Kayla?
Thanks, you Lot Sisters. In this show, we have a special segment called Teacher Quotes. As students at Aquinas have the opportunity to bond with their teachers, due to a small teacher-to-student ratio, they become more accustomed to the catchphrases of their teachers. First up, we have Mr. Tremblay, who this year switched from teaching English classes to teaching history classes. Mr. Tremblay most notably says, "Ha, that's pretty funny, man." And hey, did you hear about Ebola? Ms. Malden is personally one of my favorite teachers from freshman and sophomore year math classes. She is always encouraging her students by saying, "You got it, baby," and "You rock." She always made me hungry when she would conclude a concept by saying, "Now you see the whole enchilada." Mr. Keck is famous around the Aquinas campus for his extensive knowledge of history, philosophy, theology, insightful teaching, and awesome beard. Mr. Keck's most famous catchphrases include, "What the trash," "Me culpa," and "I need coffee." Mr. Troy, our very own visual communications teacher, is notorious for constantly talking about film. Many students explain Troy's dialogue by saying, "Hi, I'm Mr. Film, and today we're going to make a film about a film. So before we start filming this film, we need scripts for the film." Finally, concluding this segment, we have quotes from Mr. Ruvalo, who teaches U.S. History and Yearbook. If you have Ruvalo, each day you can expect him to start a sentence with, "Well, the price of gold is..." Ruvalo is always saying that he's not a conspiracy theorist, but many have their doubts. That concludes this segment of Teacher Quotes. As a student at Aquinas, I can speak from personal experience that hearing teacher catchphrases every day can become monotonous. But when you're a senior, you'll look back on these quotes and smile at the memories you made with other students. Back to you, Law Twins.
Thank you, Kayla. Veterans Day was on November 11th. I never knew Veterans Day was called Armistice Day before. That's amazing. We had a wonderful assembly put together by Mrs. Tello.
Yeah. So I heard we have a new ethics teacher, Mr. Choi. We have Stephanie here interviewing him. Stephanie?
Thank you, Lot Sisters. I'm here with Mr. Troy. Hello, Mr. Troy. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
So I'm here to ask you a few questions to help students get to know you a little better. How long have you been a teacher?
I've been a teacher since I got out of college.
Were you a teacher at any of our feeder schools?
No, I wasn't, but I was on the parish council at Sacred Heart for a while.
What is the best way to get high schoolers more interested in the Word of God?
Is that a trick question? No, I'm not sure. And that's strange because I teach it. I teach ethics. That is a very good question. I think just have them live it, be exposed to it every day, understand that the society of the school can be either a happy one or a sad place to be, depending upon how closely we follow the spiritual and the Christian values that we teach here.
Very good way. Well, thank you, Mr. Troy. We hope to see you.
Is that it?
Well, thank you, Mr. Troy. We hope to see you in future ethic classes, and I hope to see you next year when I'm a junior. And so, thank you. Back to you, Lot Sisters.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Don't you just hate when people lie to you? Even if it's a little lie, it's just so annoying. I wish I knew how to tell if someone was lying. We have Kayla here telling us how to spot a liar.
There are those who tell lies, and there are those who can tell when lies are being told. Now I'm going to take you to 8 tips to be able to tell when someone is a liar. Either way, you should be taking notes. Tip number 1, a liar will look you in the eyes too much. This is actually a reaction to the well-known fact that liars don't like to make eye contact. Tip number 2, a liar will use formal language over informal. Tip number 3, when someone is lying, they will limit their expressions to only their mouth. Tip number 4, a liar will subconsciously make gestures that don't match their emotions. Number 5, a liar will subconsciously place objects between them and their accuser. Tip number 6, a liar will use your words of a question to make an answer. So, did you steal my last cookie? A liar would say, no, I did not steal your last cookie. Tip number 7, liars like to add unnecessary details into their statements. Finally, liars are terrible at telling their stories backwards. You know, people tend to rehearse their stories, but if you start at the end, it will just blow their minds. They've invented it in one order, so it's hard to tell a fake story in a different order. So you can use this power for good or evil, it's your choice. Back to you, Ela Twins.
Okay. So that's
Okay.
great. Making most of high school was a success. If you don't know what it is, here's Maddie telling us more about it. Madison?
Hi, we're here at Making the Most of High School. We have 3 schools here today, and this is something that we do for our 8th graders that are incoming. They're going to be coming to Aquinas or other schools, so this helps them get to know us a little bit better and get to know the school a little bit better and to get them excited and to do fun activities before they come here and take on their high school experiences.
That's all for today. Thank you for joining us here on the Fighting Flaming Falcon Show.
Till next time, Aquinas, remember, stay classy.
Never trashy.